I built a small emergency fund of $4,212.53 over the last 98 days. Here's how I did it. Since the beginning of this year, I've been prioritizing saving money over investing, over spending it on other things. I've been trying to save as much as I can in case the stock market behaves unpredictably and my clients stop calling me back. Luckily, it hasn't happened yet. This is how you can build an emergency fund fast. The first thing that I did was take a look at all my monthly bills. And essentially, I trimmed the fat of every single purchase that I made. So I made sure that I was spending money strictly on food, bills, mortgage. I mean, that's pretty much it. I really haven't bought anything outside of that other than like gifts and stuff for my wife. But beyond that, I really haven't spent any money on myself this entire year. Second, I lived on 30% of my income. Luckily, I don't have to spend every single dollar that I earn on paying for the mortgage or buying food or paying for business expenses. Now I can comfortably save 30% of everything that I earn. I set that money aside in a savings account and I'm living off of the 70% of money that I earn. That means because I'm self-employed, anytime that I receive any kind of payment or a check, I'm multiplying the amount of money that I get by 0.3 so I can know what's 30% of that amount of money. And I'm taking that and I'm depositing that amount into a separate savings account. The 70% is for me to live off of. That means it has to add up to being able to pay the mortgage, being able to pay the rest of the bills, the business expenses, etc. But I'm not going out of my way to spend extra money. I'm only buying the necessities at this point. That's what most personal finance people on the internet would call paying yourself first. I'm taking the first 30% of what I earn and I'm putting it into savings because you never know what may happen. In fact, if I had a full-time job, I would be making it automatic. You pretty much know exactly how much money that you would make every single paycheck. So I would just automatically set up a reoccurring transfer from my checkings account where the money is going to go to whenever you get paid to my savings account. The third and final thing that I would do would be try to make more money. I know that's easier said than done, but because I'm self-employed, that for me, that means I'm going out to business networking events, I'm meeting new people, I'm trying to make sure that I get as much business as possible, because the more business that I get, the larger that 30% of my overall total income is. So I know that may not be completely possible if you work full time. If you have like a skill or something like that that you can use to make you a little bit of extra money on the weekends, I highly recommend you do that. I don't know, it could be as simple as offering to clean like your aunt's house or like some of her friends' houses or something like that. But if possible, using a side hustle can really supercharge your savings. So I highly recommend doing that. I really don't have too much to say beyond that. Saving money is essentially making sure that you have more money coming in than you have going out, and making sure that you're putting that money in a separate place so you know that you're not going to spend it. The best case scenario is, despite economic uncertainty that's going on right now, you will have money saved and you can either use it to invest or you could buy yourself something nice if nothing happens. But if the worst happens, you have the money saved up for when an emergency occurs. So you'll be prepared, or better prepared than you would otherwise be. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you learned something that will allow you to use money to create the life that you want to live.